Hello everyone, in this video I'm Tika and my friend Ratri will present Suggestopedia, Lexical Approach and Multiple Intelligences. So let's get started!
Suggestopedia is a language teaching method that emphasizes a relaxed and comfortable learning environment, often incorporating elements such as music, art, and the use of positive suggestions to enhance memory and learning. The purposes of Suggestopedia include to create a motivating and stress-free learning environment that facilitates the absorption of new material, to use the power of suggestion to enhance memory and recall in language learning. The principles of Suggestopedia. First, authority. The teacher is seen as an authority that can provide positive suggestions to students. Second, infantilization. This involves using playful elements to encourage a childlike state, which can help adults learn more effectively. Third, double plainness. The learning environment is structured to provide both conscious and subconscious stimuli. Fourth, intonation, rhythm, and concert pseudo-passivity. The use of music and rhythm to create a learning environment where students can absorb information passively. Fifth, desuggestion, removing psychological barriers that prevent learning. Sixth, positive suggestions, encouraging students to believe that they can learn effortlessly.
The advantages of Suggestopedia. First, reduce anxiety and increase motivation. Suggestopedia emphasizes a stress-free environment, minimizing anxiety and fostering a positive learning experience. With reduced anxiety, students feel more motivated to participate and engage in the learning process. Second, enhance memory and retention. Suggestopedia utilizes techniques like music, visualization, and repetition to create a multisensory learning experience. This can improve memory retention by engaging different learning styles and making the language more memorable. Third, enjoyable learning experience. The learning process is filled with enjoyable and playful activities like language games, music, dance, and drama, making it a pleasant experience. Fourth, potential for accelerated learning. Some studies suggest Suggestopedia can lead to faster acquisition of vocabulary and basic conversational skills, particularly in the initial stages. And the last is homework, no homework. The learning process is confined to the classroom and eliminating the need for students to revise lessons or do homework outside class hours. The disadvantages of Suggestopedia. First, resource intensive. Suggestopedia requires a lot of resources, including trained teachers, suitable classroom environments, and materials such as music, art supplies, and props for role-playing. This can make it costly and difficult to implement. Second, time-consuming preparation. Preparing lessons that incorporate music, art, and other multisensory elements can be time-consuming for teachers. This preparation effort might not be feasible in all educational settings. Third, teacher dependence. The success of Suggestopedia relies heavily on the teacher's charisma, ability to create a positive atmosphere, and skills in delivering engaging activities. Not all teachers may be suited for this approach. Fourth, potential for distraction. The use of music, art, and games can sometimes lead to distraction rather than enhance learning. If not carefully managed, these elements might detract from the educational goals. And the last is cultural differences. The method's reliance on suggestive techniques and certain types of music or art might not be culturally appropriate or effective for all students. Adapting Suggestopedia to different cultural contexts can be challenging. The second topic in this video is lexical approach. The lexical approach is a method of language teaching with a focus on lexical units or chunks of language, such as collocations, idiomatic expressions, and other fixed phrases, rather than grammatical structures. The purpose of the lexical approach is to enhance language proficiency by helping students to, first, develop the skills of noticing language patterns, which aid in the acquisition of new language chunks. And second, increase fluency by reducing the cognitive load during language production. A student can draw upon a bank of memories chunks instead of constructing sentences from individual words and grammatical rules. The principles of lexical approach. First, focus on lexical chunks. The lexical approach emphasizes learning prefabricated phrases and word combinations rather than individual words in isolation. These chunks can be collocation like words that frequently go together like strong coffee or fixed expressions like idioms and proverbs. Second, grammar as a tool. Grammar is seen as a tool for organizing these chunks, not the main event. Students are expected to pick up grammatical patterns through exposure and use rather than explicit instruction. And third, fluency over accuracy. The goal is to communicate effectively even if sentences are not grammatically perfect. Speaking and understanding fluently are prioritized over error-free speech.
The advantages of lexical approach. First, the lexical approach emphasizes understanding words and phrases in context. This improves students' ability to read and understand spoken language naturally. Second, extensive practice with common phrases and chunks leads to automaticity in using them, improving fluency and reducing the need for conscious thought during communication. Third, the lexical approach prioritizes real-world language use, equipping students with the vocabulary and phrases they need to function effectively in everyday situations. Fourth, focusing on communication rather than complex grammar rules can lessen anxiety for some students, particularly those who struggle with traditional grammar-based methods. The disadvantages of lexical approach. First, the lexical approach can limit students' responses to fixed phrases, which may hinder their ability to create original sentences and express unique ideas. Second, it may lead to a lack of understanding of grammatical rules, as the approach prioritizes vocabulary and phrases over grammar. Third, mastering collocations and lexical chunks require extensive exposure and practice. This can be challenging within the time constraints of a typical classroom setting. The multiple intelligences method refers to a pedagogical strategy that tailors teaching and learning activities to address the distinct intelligences. This approach acknowledges that students have different strengths and ways of learning, and it seeks to engage its students' unique abilities. The purpose of the multiple intelligence method is to recognize and accommodate the diverse learning styles and abilities of students by using different teaching methods and activities that cater to various types of intelligence. This approach aims to enhance student learning and engagement by providing a more comprehensive and inclusive educational experience. According to Howard Gardner's theory, individuals have at least 8 distinct intelligences that can be developed over a lifetime. First, logical or mathematical, the ability to use numbers effectively, to see abstract patterns, and to reason well. Second, visual or spatial, the ability to orient oneself in the environment, to create mental images, and a sensitivity to shape, size, and color. Third, body or kinesthetic, the ability to use one's body to express oneself and to solve problems. Fourth, musical, the ability to recognize tonal patterns and a sensitivity to rhythm, pitch, and melody. Fifth, interpersonal, the ability to understand another person's moods, feelings, motivations, and intentions. Sixth, intrapersonal, the ability to understand oneself and to practice self-discipline. Seventh, verbal or linguistic, the ability to use language effectively and creatively. Eighth, naturalist, the ability to relate to nature and to classify what is observed. The principles of multiple intelligences. First, design activities and lessons that cater to the different intelligences, allowing students to engage with the material in ways that align with their strengths. Second, use a wide range of teaching methods and materials to address various intelligences. These can include activities involving reading, writing, and storytelling, problem-solving tasks, puzzles, and logical reasoning exercises, use of visual aids, charts, and spatial reasoning tasks, incorporation of physical activities, role-playing and hands-on learning, integration of music, rhythm, and sound patterns into lessons, group work, discussions and peer teaching, self-reflection, independent study, and personal school setting, activities involving nature, categorization, and observation of natural phenomena. Third, promote active, experiential learning where students are actively engaged in the process through exploration and hands-on activities. Fourth, create a supportive and positive learning environment that values and respects individual differences and fosters confidence. Fifth, shift the focus from teacher-centered to student-centered instruction, where students take an active role in their learning process. Sixth, be flexible and willing to adapt teaching methods and materials to meet the changing needs and preferences of students. 7. Relate learning activities to real-life contexts and experiences to make learning more relevant and meaningful.
The advantages of multiple intelligences. First, increased engagement. Varied instructional methods such as hands-on activities, music, and group work can make learning more engaging and enjoyable for students. Second, real-world relevance. Activities and lessons that connected to real-life situations and experiences can make learning more meaningful and applicable to everyday life. Third, enhanced creativity. Encouraging different types of intelligences fosters creativity and innovation as students explore various ways to express and apply their knowledge. Fourth, improve self-esteem. Recognizing and nurturing individual strengths can boost students' self-confidence and self-esteem as they see their unique abilities valued and celebrated. Fifth, broader choice of learning. The theory provides a broader choice of learning method, allowing students to engage with the material in ways that suit their individual intelligences. 6. Flexibility in teaching. Teachers can adapt their teaching method to accommodate different intelligences, also making the learning process more accessible and effective. 7. Increase student autonomy. Students are given more autonomy to choose how they learn, which can lead to increased motivation and responsibility. The disadvantages of multiple intelligences. First, complex implementation. Designing and implementing a curriculum that addresses all the different intelligences can be complex and time-consuming for the teachers. Second, assessment challenges. Traditional standard tests may not effectively measure the diverse intelligences. Developing and using alternative assessment that capture all intelligences can be difficult. Third, teacher training. The teachers need specialized training to effectively implement multiple intelligences theory in their teaching, which may require additional time and investment. Fourth, difficulty in integrating with traditional curriculum. Integrating the theory into traditional curriculum structures can be challenging and requiring significant change to existing educational framework. So that's all from us and thank you.